Yeah, it is kind of nuts. I mean, we only discovered that we only discovered that 8-backs existed when Wob, who is in the chat, or who was in the chat, made her tasks of the game, and she discovered it by accident because we knew about this thing called an animation skip. Oh, hi Wob, what's up? We knew about this thing called an animation skip, where like if you have two items, you can skip the collection animation of the second one if they're sufficiently close together. And so naturally, like in a task, you want to get rid of many of the animations as possible because animations take time, right? So, kind of by accident, uh, we discovered that if you had 8 bits and you collected a cube, or any item and an anti-cube, then you would get an extra anti-cube for free, and then you would collect the golden cube later. I believe that's how it was discovered, right? You didn't know about the trick beforehand. You kind of discovered by accident. All right, cool. I'm glad I know what happened. So yeah. And because of that, we discovered like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places where it could work. The problem is you need to have the two items super close together. So you need to abuse like codes. Infinite Fall, you already have a cube and an anti-cube like right on top of each other, so that was perfect. We found a setup for that one. And then for Zoo Bridge / Throne Room, there was a setup you could do with the QR map code. And then for the Bell Tower one, now we have to use the achievement code. Adding a fourth frame perfect 8-back crashes the game. Amazing. I'll try not to be too good then. This is not a Phil Fish moment. This is a Renaud Bedard moment. Phil Fish didn't tell the programmer, hey, you should add this really obscure, speedrun trick that no one's going to discover for 10 years. No, it happened, because of the way the game was programmed. No shade or anything, but just like how it be. You can now play as Luigi. That's what happens when you get all 3 heart pieces. You unlock Luigi. Oh yeah, there's always been jank in this game. Like in earlier patches, there was a thing called a long jump. I think it might still be in this game. Oh yeah, so all an 8-back requires is that you need an item pickup and an anti-cube. That's all you need. But the second one has to be an anti-cube. You can't just get 2 random items. It needs to be a random item and an anti-cube. So for example, like in Boiler Room, which we're gonna go to next, there's a map and an anti-cube, and we get an animation skip there anyway, right? So if we had 8 bits by the time we got there, then we'd be able to, do an 8-back. But of course, that's so hard to do RTA because you need to do frame-perfect jumps to get in the room in the first place. I knew I wasn't going to make that. I grabbed the map too low. Yeah. Not realistic RTA is, like, the way to put it. I mean, I don't know what you mean by is it possible. Like, you mean, like, with random items? Like, it doesn't always have to be 2 anti-cube. Like, the one in Zoo... Oh, plus 23, not bad. The one in Zoo is... Oh, no, the one in Infinite Fall is a golden cube and an anti-cube. That still works. The only place you could get a heart piece and an anti-cube at the same time is, like, probably Observatory, but I'm pretty sure the heart piece is blocked from even spawning until you... Like, if there's an anti-cube there, you can't spawn. Only, Here's Third was in the chat, and we can ask him questions about the full complete. Alright. And we made the cycle, too. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's like... There's a very few specific spots in the game where this is possible. And, you know, one of the cool things is that you can actually do it with a chest item, but that's, like, super complicated. And I don't think that's ever been done RTA. Alright, this is a respectable pace. All right. All right, save. Okay, saving 8 seconds in waterfall still seems a little slow. So. But yeah. Yeah, it's the fact that you need the 2 items close together and you only get 2 like free anti-cube anywhere codes is really like what's stopping us. That and the fact that like you need to collect 8 bits for each anti-cube, right? That you get. Unless you're a god and can do frame perfect jumps from one to another. That's what's like preventing us from doing more. I think 3 is probably the human limit. It just depends on what which ones those 3 are. Yeah. And that's for like a task, right? Alright. Alright. I'm not gonna say anything. Whoa, okay, that... I got the black hole text and the 16 cube text and the, whoa, this is a warp gate text at the same time, so that was slow. It's an acronym, 8-bit anti-cube. Yeah, I mean, it's a tough thing to name. Like we've like 8-back was kind of just like decided on as like a default. Like other names, we used to think that it required dot text, and so we called it a dot cube because it was like dot giving you a cube for free, right? Some other ideas include chocolate cube. Because you know how that there's that like one image of like, you know, a piece of chocolate and you like cut it up in a certain way and rearrange it and you get an extra square for free? That was an idea. That was mostly Kersey How, because like Portal runners name all their tricks after food, so like he was looking for something. Okay, finally, this is gonna act nice. Alright. Ice cube. Hey, you never know. Alright, does the run end? I hope not. Okay, we got it. All right. Now it comes down to actual execution. Bad. Got that corner jump. I failed that in air because I grabbed the ledge. Oh well. Slightly slow. I'll probably lose a couple seconds to split because I remember my zoo and my PB was like pretty godlike. Alright, we lost half a second. I can deal with that. Alright, that lost a bit of time. Also lost a bit of time. Alright, it all comes down to Moon. I think, okay, my Moon and my PB was trash. So if I just get a decent one, I think it's a PB. Alright, that lighthouse was pretty bad. So I can save even more time there, I think. When the moon hits your eye. I should rename the split to just That's Amore. That'd be so funny. Because I mean, there is nothing else now. Like, we used to have to go to classroom, so it's not just Moon. But now it is basically just Moon. All right. Focus time. Unfortunate ledge grab. Alright, one turn. I think this is a PB. I think this is a PB. Ah, okay, well. That, well, okay, so let's think about what was my time loss? So Village was like, okay. Bell Tower, I got to miss the Death Warp once. And the setup could have been a little bit faster. Waterfall was pretty good. Arch was pretty... I can save a cycle in Arch. For sure. Tree was okay. Zoo, I can save probably about 6 seconds. Lighthouse, I can save another 6. Alright, 26:45. Still, this kind of sucks because this is still not even beating Wilco's old world record with like no 8-backs. His old record was 26:43. And this is a 26:45. So even with all of that, all the 3 new 8-backs, I'm still not as good as Wilco was. I am improving. So, okay. Now, I don't know how much of this improvement was from the new route, or how much of it was just from me getting better. That's, like, gonna be something that's hard to find out.